Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today it's a little bit of a fun video for me because I managed to improve my spider team even more because, you know, I'm currently endgame myself. Like, I can one key everything in the game. Nightmare, Hydra, Ultra Nightmare. I can beat all Doom Tower rotations. I can speedrun all of the dungeons. So to actually get some improvements on my account, it's pretty rare. I mean, yeah, there are still some ways of, like, you know, if I got double Acrisias or if I got like some Theodores, several Chimars, or even maybe just one Chimar, you know, there's very few things that can actually boost my account. So recently I had the shard pull where I got somebody, you know, on the 1+1 from Ancients, I got somebody that actually managed to get me to build a team that's even faster for the sake of Spider 25, and it is 100% reliable. And just like the title said, it's 12 seconds. Obviously, if all goes right, there's the 3% that can happen for the sake of the team. And, you know, I'm quite sure I'm going to show it and it's going to happen more often than not. But normally that team runs in 12 seconds and I don't need a reset in the team. I don't need a Chimar. I don't need a Renegade. But I do need some specific champions. And those specific ones that I'm talking about are the double Sisias. Like, this is you know, it's a little bit, it's not free to play friendly. This is not like, oh yeah, a simple guide. I mean, to be fair, it's still a guide if you have the champions. The ones that can be replaced in here, the one that can be replaced in here easily is Crypt King Grawl. So anybody else that does a freeze, that does a stun, that, you know, basically locks out the spiderlings from not moving, that's the two things that are guaranteed, you know, to make them not move. So any freeze champion or any stun champion that does it AoE, obviously it has to be the right affinity for 25. So if you bring somebody Spirit, that's not gonna work. Anybody can be replaced and placed in this team. And then you have the double Sisias and double Cold Hearts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you the presets first, then I'm gonna go a few runs, and then we're gonna go over the builds. So basically the way that this team runs is it requires only one of the Sisias to be booked. On the A3, you just need the chance. Normally, you need the 4 books in here to have it be 100%. And then, honestly, on this one, you wouldn't even need the books. So, for the sake of this team specifically, you would not need the books in the A2. You just need on the main Sisia, the one that goes first, to have this one booked to 100% chance of placing the HP burn. Because what this team relies on to make it, you know, be 12 seconds, 100% is this Sisia to have 100% placing of HP burn, because if she does that, grants an extra turn if the HP burn debuff is placed on all enemies. So that's why I said there's like the 3% chance of failing. So if the first one that goes does not place HP on everybody else, it's not going to be 12 seconds. It's still not going to fail, but it's not going to be 12 seconds. So first one, you make her open with the HP burn, and then you make her prioritize the A2, which is basically the HP burn explosion. But the thing that you're gonna have is gonna be one of the Cold Hearts go first, so that all the spiderlings are spawned, even the last 2 back ones. Because normally there's like, I think it's 8 spiderlings that pop out when your first person. So first the spider pops with 6 spiderlings. First person goes, another 2 drop, that's 8. Cold Heart goes, then before Sisia goes, there's another 2 that pop at the back, and after that you have the whole spiderlings out plus the main spider. So having HP burn on all of those and exploding the first Sisia, then coming and exploding with the second one makes it work really well. So again, for the first one, open with the A3, prioritize the A2. Crypt King Grawl, prioritize the freeze. Basically, like I said, this one can be anybody else. With Crypt King Grawl, I guess it's a little bit better because he also extends those HP burns to 3 turns, but at the end of the day, you know what, Sisia normally places the burn for 3 turns, right? Yeah, so she places it for 3 turns, she explodes 1 layer, that goes to 2 turns, then the second one comes to explode, that goes to 1 turn, and then you still got a turn to tick, you know, but still, Crypt King Grawl makes it nice because the extension of those HP burns, and if something happens, he can come back and do the A2 HP burn himself. But yeah, for the sake of this one, I guess if you would really need this one, you want it booked, but Crypt King Grawl could be, again, mine is level 60 because I showed some solo builds with him, but you only need him to be like, I don't know, faster than a second Sisia, so put the freezes out there. I guess in a way the freezes are a little bit better than the stuns, because what freeze does, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but if you attack somebody that's under a freeze, doesn't matter raw damage, doesn't matter HP burns, they receive less damage. So they receive, I'm not sure actually about the HP burns, but for raw damage, they basically receive 25% less damage. So having the freeze be placed on by Crypt King Grawl makes the second explosion from Sisia do less damage on the actual spiderlings, so it gives them a chance to still take and, you know, do that, do those 6 of HP burns so the main spider dies. Because at the end of the day, you want to control the spiderlings and you want to focus all of your damage on the HP burns and the Heartseeker, obviously, from the Cold Hearts on the main spider. So this is the first one. Crypt King Grawl prioritized the A3, which is, like I said, the freeze. Then the second Sisia, as you see, barely have gear on her. Just A2. Don't need any books. I had nothing on her. I even had a level 1, but, you know, I've been doing some spiders, so she's level 42 now. Just needed to make priority this one, because the explosion is 100%. Like, I don't think it even needs accuracy. Just straight up activates HP burns. So this one can be almost gearless. Thank you for the maintenance rate. But you want to be over 151 speed, because that's when the spiderlings go. You want to do this before the spiderlings get a turn, so, you know, you still have that tech in there. Then the Cold Hearts, Heartseeker, turn off the A2, because even if the spiderlings do get some turns, you don't want to, you know, do too much damage with the A2. So just some A1s with some Evil Eyes and you're good to go. So yeah, again, like I said, you want to have one of the Cold Hearts, as you have the 216 one, you want to have one of the Cold Hearts be the fastest. So let's have a look. Let's see, are the RNG gods with us, or am I gonna have one of those, you know, you run it 50 times and it doesn't get the 12 seconds 50 times. It starts lagging because I actually should have restarted maybe once before that. You know, the last minute grind for the sake of CVC. So let's see, HP burn, okay, extra turn, boom, explosion, another Heartseeker, freeze, explode, and boom, look at that, timer stopped. They take 12 seconds spider. Let's run it again to see. Let's see, maybe do we get the bad RNG one? Because normally, even if it's like, you know, even if I don't land all the HP burns, it still goes to like 18 or I feel like 18 to 20 seconds max. So as we see, we didn't land one of them, so we didn't get extra turn. We're gonna come back to this. This is another explosion. A1, boom, 18 seconds. Again, 18 to 20 seconds max if it fails, but still it works pretty solidly, pretty well. And you know what? It's pretty fun. If you have a ton of energy and if you have a ton of gems and you want to blast on Spider 25, especially for the sake of CVC, because, you know, that's most of the time when people do a ton of Spider 25 is during clan versus clan. So if you want to do that and you have the double Sisia and a couple of Cold Hearts plus a Crypt King Grawl, or an A-Check. I mean, I would not necessarily want A-Check. You could use a Shirimani, because A-Check boosts the Turbitor from his passive and you get too many turns. So you'd prefer to have a Crypt King Grawl, or maybe a stunner like an Astralon that you build just to stun. And yeah, you can go straight up, start farming Spider 25 easily. Let's have a quick look at the builds. So the thing about this is, like, you can still have your main Sisia. You know, if you want, you can fully book her out. You can do all the madness and build her for the sake of Hydra, for example. But if you give her too much damage, of like actual raw damage, that's gonna hurt because you might kill the spiderlings too fast. Otherwise, this is gonna work just fine. So what you do want, if you run the same team as Crypt King Grawl, you wanna make sure that the first Sisia that does the HP burn goes before Crypt King Grawl, because otherwise Crypt King Grawl will not place the freeze unless they have HP burn on themselves. So keep that in mind. So yeah, these are the stats that I have on her, like 209 speed. Some HP, like, I didn't really care. This is like my Hydra build. Don't need this. You need like 230 accuracy, and that's good enough. Don't even have masteries on her. Then Crypt King Grawl, these are the masteries that I had on him for the sake of what's it called? For the sake of soloing content. I showed in some video that he can solo Ice Golem 24, he can solo Spider 24 and 20 as well. So, you know, I'm gonna have that video pinned over there in case you want to go check it out. He's pretty interesting champion as well. He just have him with like some speed and perception, again some random overkill stats. All you care about is the right speed, the right accuracy, and that's about it, because, you know, they don't need to do damage on the spiderlings and they don't need to be too tanky. They can be hit because they should be frozen. Masteries, honestly, do not really care. Like, you can have him without masteries. He can be, again, level 1, no books on him, and you're still good to go. Then Cold Heart's just, you know, standard Cold Heart with Giant Slayer. This is the one that I have for the sake of the Dark Fate, for example. She's in Savage for me. You don't even need this. Like normally a Cold Heart for the sake of stages 21 to 25, 260 crit damage without Savage is enough crit damage. So you don't need that much. So if you're struggling to hit the speed and accuracy, just drop a little bit of the crit damage. You don't necessarily need Savage. You can bring whatever Cold Heart in there because they're just gonna do a little bit of damage. Let me see. Yeah, okay, and this is my other Cold Heart. This is the Reflex one that I use again for the sake of I used to use this one for sake of Spider before, where I wanted the RNG to plug the Reflex so she does a Heartseeker again when it's the Renegade reset, but now I don't need it anymore. So this is the faster one. Like I said, you want one of the Cold Hearts to go before the CCA goes to the HP burn. 216, 70% crit rate again, overkill accuracy because I have them built for the sake of Dark Fae as well. So, that's why I have these crazy stats. So like I said, do not worry, you don't need this crazy stats. It is kind of champion specific, but the stats required are pretty easy to hit, And again, these are the messages in this one with flawless execution. And then the last Sisya, 2 pieces of gear. That's all you need. That's all you need. The slower Sisya doesn't need any books, doesn't need any masteries, and almost doesn't need any gear. You just want to be over 151 speed, and that's about it. Because like I said, unless I'm mistaken, if I'm mistaken, leave it in the comments below. But it seems like you do not need any accuracy because you're just exploding. You're just activating those HP burns, and that does not require accuracy. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it because this was really fun for me. Again, I do understand that it has double CCRs, so it's not as easy to achieve for everybody. Not everybody has double CCRs laying around, but this was made to show it, for people that have 2 CCRs and have a Crypt King Girl. I'm quite sure they're gonna have a couple of Cold Hearts as well in order to make this work. So yeah, please don't flame me if you don't have double sis, yeah. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. If you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care everyone. Bye, guys.